Good day, spiritual seekers, from celestialmedium.com. In the vast skies of ancient Egypt, there soared a god of kingship, protection, and divine power. His name is Horus, the falcon-headed god, who watches over both the heavens and the pharaohs who ruled the land. Horus was known as Heru in ancient Egypt. He was one of the most important and enduring gods in the ancient Egyptian pantheon. He was the god of the sky, war, and protection. But perhaps most significantly, Horus was the symbol of divine kingship, embodying the pharaoh's power on earth. For over 3 millennia, the god Horus was revered as one of the most important deities in ancient Egypt. But Horus was not a singular figure. Various forms and versions of Horus appear throughout history, and Egyptologists often regard them as distinct gods. However, these forms may represent different aspects of a complex, multidimensional, or reincarnated deity, where certain attributes are emphasized. Rather than being in conflict, they complement one another, aligning with the ancient Egyptians' understanding of reality as having multiple interconnected facets. He took on many forms, each representing different aspects of power, protection, spiritual enlightenment, and divine rule. They also represent different phases in the story of Horus. The forms include Horus the Elder, also known as Heru-Ur. This was the original incarnation of Horus, born to Geb and Nut, shortly after the creation of the world. Geb and Nut were brother and sister, the gods of the earth and sky, respectively. Horus in the horizon, also known as Harem-Akhet, this form was associated with the sun god Ra and the great Sphinx at Giza. Harpocrates, also known as Harpikrad, this form was known as Horus the child. There was also Harsiasis. This form was associated with avenging his father Osiris. At Nekhen, which the Greeks later named Hierakonpolis, the conception arose that the reigning king was a manifestation of Horus. And after Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt had been united by the kings from Nekhen, this notion became a generally accepted dogma. Traditionally, pharaohs had 5 names. The most important of an Egyptian king's names was his Horus name, which is the name that identified him with Horus. The form we will discuss today is the most well-known form of Horus, Horus the Younger, also known as Harupa-Kered, the son of Osiris and Isis. Osiris was pharaoh of ancient Egypt, or Kemet. Osiris, the god of the afterlife, ruled Egypt as a wise and just king, teaching the people about agriculture and civilization. His brother Set grew jealous of Osiris's power and popularity, coveting the throne for himself. Set tricked Osiris into lying inside a coffin, which he sealed and threw into the Nile, killing Osiris. Osiris's wife, Isis, was heartbroken, but determined to find her husband's body. With the help of her sister Nephthys and the god Anubis, she retrieved Osiris's body and resurrected him briefly through her magic. During this time, Isis conceived their son, Horus. Afterward, Osiris passed into the afterlife, where he became the ruler of the underworld. Isis left his side to make the potion to bring him back to life, while Nephthys kept watch. But Set found out, tricked her, and hacked Osiris into pieces and threw his remains all over Egypt. Distraught, Isis traveled all over Egypt and found every piece except for the phallus, which was eaten by a fish. Osiris was revived, but he could no longer remain in the living world and had to travel to the afterlife, where he became the god of the underworld. But before he left, the two had a child, and this child was Horus the Younger. Isis and the young Horus had to go into hiding from Set until Horus reached manhood. When Horus came of age, a great battle ensued between him and his uncle. For 80 years, Horus fought to reclaim his father's legacy and bring order back to Egypt. Eventually, the gods intervened, and Horus was declared the rightful ruler of Egypt, succeeding his father Osiris. This victory symbolized the triumph of good over evil and established the divine legitimacy of the Pharaohs, who were seen as Horus incarnate during their reign. Meanwhile, Set was cast into exile, often depicted as the embodiment of disorder, destruction, and the ego of man. The conflict between Horus and Set represented the larger cosmic struggle between order, which is May-At, and chaos, which is Isfet. During his fierce battle with Set, Horus lost one of his eyes. But thanks to the god of wisdom Thoth, the eye was restored. This eye of Horus, also known as the Wed Jot, became a powerful symbol of healing, protection, and restoration. It was used throughout Egypt and is used today to ward off evil and bring good fortune. The eye of Horus is often depicted as a stylized human eye, with markings resembling those seen around a falcon's eye, paying homage to Horus's association with the falcon. The symbol's design consists of 6 distinct parts, each corresponding to one of the 6 senses as the Egyptians understood them: sight, smell, thought, hearing, taste, and touch. Each of them was given a fraction as a unit of measurement. These fractions add up to 63/64, and the missing part is said to either represent the magical powers of Thoth or to illustrate that nothing is perfect. This mathematical aspect of the Eye of Horus highlights the Egyptians' understanding of fractional measurements, which they applied to various fields, including medicine, astronomy, and architecture. The Eye of Horus was also used as an amulet to ward off evil and bring protection. It was placed on the dead to ensure their safe journey to the afterlife, but it also had practical uses, like protecting the living from illness and harm. Some believe that the Eye of Horus is a representation of the pineal gland, which is responsible for regulating the sleep-wake cycle, producing the hormone melatonin, and spiritual activity. Horus's significance extended into the afterlife. It was believed that Horus guided the souls of the deceased, standing beside his father Osiris as a protector and guardian of the righteous. His role was to ensure the eternal peace of those who upheld the order of Ma'at, the goddess of truth. Beyond his myth, Horus played a vital role in the lives of the ancient Egyptians. Every pharaoh was believed to be the living embodiment of Horus on earth. His victory over Set symbolized the triumph of order over chaos, and each ruler sought to maintain this cosmic balance through their reign. Horus's legacy lived on for millennia. His image and symbols can still be found in Egypt's grand temples, and his eye continues to be a symbol of protection and healing to this day. Horus represents strength, justice, and the eternal struggle to restore order from chaos. From his role as protector of Egypt's rulers to the eternal symbol of kingship and justice, Horus remains one of ancient Egypt's most revered and powerful gods. This ends our journey of the god Horus, son of Osiris and Isis. Subscribe or visit us at celestialmedium.com for more videos. Peace profound.